should we talk about?
We have to talk about our time together.
It's been so good. Highlight of my life. Welcome back.
In this video, we wanted to tell you guys about the past 5 years of our married life. It's only been 5 years of married life.
We want to talk about the past 5 years because it's our anniversary yesterday, but it's close enough.
And we'll just do a little recap for you of the places we've been, the travels we've gone on, and where we think we're going from here. Do you want to tell them about our wedding day?
Yeah,
That's where it begins.
that's true. So we met on our wedding day. No, I'm just kidding. So we got married in upstate New Hampshire.
Upstate, that's a new term for me.
I don't think anybody has ever called it upstate New Hampshire. But like in the middle of the state, in Lincoln, New Hampshire.
We didn't get married in Lincoln, we got married in Franconia.
No. We were in Franconia for 20 minutes for the wedding, and then we partied in Lincoln, New Hampshire.
In Woodstock, North Woodstock.
We didn't do anything in Lincoln, New Hampshire.
We didn't. We got married at Echo Lake in Franconia Natch, New Hampshire.
And it was a beautiful, thunderstormy, rainy day.
We're going to throw in some pictures into this video because we don't have video footage of most of these things. So here's some photos from our wedding day and our reception, which is at the Woodstock Inn in Woodstock, New Hampshire.
Creatively named.
Yes. It's a great spot. Check it out.
They're also a brewery, and they make pretty good beers. Then we went on our honeymoon for 2 weeks, touring Europe with backpacks.
And friends
That's true.
for a few days.
So our first stop was at Oktoberfest in Munich.
Do you want to show them pictures?
Yeah.
We should have worn our attire.
Oh, frick. First we went to Munich to Oktoberfest.
Rob and I didn't know where we wanted to go for our honeymoon. We basically wanted to go anywhere we hadn't been yet. So we each picked 5 top places and threw them into a hat. And we wound up with Europe. So we went to Oktoberfest and we got the traditional attire.
As you do. Here's some pictures from Oktoberfest. Fair warning, they get messy after like noon o'clock. Because that's just how the day goes.
We explored Munich for a few days with our friends. And then we all went separate ways. And Rob and I's next stop was Ingolstadt to tour the Audi factory. And then we went to Baden-Baden to check out the Roman baths.
And then we went to CERN in Switzerland. Specifically Geneva.
We got to tour the CERN factory,
Nope,
location, lab.
I guess.
What do you want to call it? Research center.
Yeah.
It is a research center. The Center for European Research, to be exact. We started our time in Italy by going to Cinque Terre.
That place was gorgeous. If you ever have the opportunity to go there, do it.
The next stop on our tour was Florence.
Florence was wild, but we stayed at a farm, a family-run farm, just outside of the city. I don't know what town it was actually in, but it was very close to Florence. And that was an amazing experience. They cooked us dinner that was just over the top. It was so good.
They made their own olive oils and wines. It was great.
Put a link for that place down in the description.
If you guys want to go there, it's a good Airbnb to stay at.
Yes. It was Villa Dauphine.
Yes.
From Florence, we went to another country which we hadn't heard of until we started looking for places to go. Because there's actually a country inside of Italy called San Marino, and it's like 26 square miles. It's tiny, but it's awesome. It's basically one mountain is the whole country.
It was pretty sweet. We toured like the old fortress and got some photos there. And our last stop of our European honeymoon was Venice.
You gotta go to Venice if you're in northern Italy. I mean, right?
We spent our time there wandering the streets, getting lost, and drinking wine.
That's what you do.
Eating gelato.
And then we flew home. We went to Colorado a few times, mainly to do some skiing, but also to do some relaxing.
Our next international vacation was to Aruba for 3 days. with Rob's family. And then we also did 3 days in Miami on our own.
We stopped on the way home to get a Cuban sandwich in Little Havana, because that's where the Cuban sandwich was invented. And honestly, it wasn't that great. The Cuban bread is just bad, not even gonna lie. But it was an adventure anyways, and we enjoyed it.
Miami was pretty nice.
Yeah. But the sandwich I've had better. In February of 2019, we took a trip to Iceland. And if you've ever been to Iceland, I think that it's probably 2 different vacations, depending on whether you go in the winter or you go in the summer. We haven't yet gone in the summer, but it's on our to-do list.
But we did get to check off a bucket list item, which was to see the Northern Lights. Mm-hmm. And we checked out some sweet hot springs and waterfalls along the way.
Yeah. It was nighttime for most of our trip there. And Iceland's also very expensive. If you live in the United States, it's pretty cheap to get there. But once you're there, plan to spend more than you typically would for pretty much everything.
And that same year, 2019, in October, we made our way to Peru with Sean and Jenny.
Oh, yeah.
There are some videos of that trip.
But they're on Sean and Jenny's channel, which you can check out here. If you guys comment on their videos, maybe they'll make one again someday, but until then, they've given up.
The main goal of this trip to Peru was to see Machu Picchu, of course.
I got to see it.
We halfway succeeded. Rob got to see it, and I got to see the inside of a clinic. You guys know what happened in 2020?
No, what's that?
The world shut down. I don't think we went anywhere in 2020.
No, probably not.
I went to work a lot.
Probably everybody else is in the same boat. Not going anywhere.
We went to work. Rob stayed home, worked from home.
Yeah, but we did a lot of house projects.
We did do a lot of house projects that year. We renovated our kitchen.
Yep. And then we sold our house.
In 2021.
And then we bought this van.
And then we went to Florida.
You guys already saw that video, though. Just go way back in our channel.
And then we went back to Colorado.
Yeah, they saw that video, too.
True.
Oh.
Okay, so you're up to date. So that brings us to today. What are we doing now with our life?
Today is a spa day, and we're getting our nails did.
It's true. But for the next 3 months, 12 weeks now, I've started a new work contract in central New Hampshire on the border of Vermont. So we'll be there until December 3rd.
And then we are getting out of New England for the winter again, which we're super excited about.
So we're saving money, and we have this goal, which started probably almost 7 years ago now. Do you want to tell them about that?
Yeah, we were in Guatemala.
That's where Rob proposed.
We were in the middle of nowhere, really, in this tiny town that had one dirt road.
It was in San Marcos.
Yeah. The name of the town was San Marcos, if
La
you're familiar.
Laguna.
While we were in San Marcos, next to Lake Atitlan, we saw a van that had Montana license plates on it. And it sparked a discussion between us about the fact that somebody drove all that way. It probably started with a comment that was like, wow, that was a really long ride to get here from Montana. And then it snowballed into, well, we could do that if somebody else did that, which is kind of how we do everything. If somebody else has done it, then we could definitely do it. And now, today, we have this van, which you guys have seen us build. And the main purpose of building this van was to drive there.
To get back to Guatemala.
Yeah.
Because I really liked it there.
I don't know if we've ever told them that before, but that's really what we ultimately want to do. And we actually want to keep driving past there. Obviously, we're going to stop there. But we want to keep driving and go all the way to South America and all the way to the southern tip of South America, as far as we can possibly drive south, and then turn around and come back.
The goal is to drive south as far as we can in this van.
Yeah.
And that will start after my contract ends.
Yeah, December 3rd.
December
Tune in.
3rd. We're hitting the road. Who wants to go to Baja, Mexico with us this winter? Sean and Jenny?
Yeah, it's on the internet now. You have to. Leave a comment down below for places that we have to go to, places that we should absolutely avoid, and anything that we should do along the way. So if our plans sound interesting to you, why don't you subscribe to our channel and click on the little bell icon next to the subscribe button, so then you can get notified every time we post a video after this, which is usually on Sundays. And leave a comment and like this video.
In the meantime, if you guys are in New Hampshire for the next 3 months, let us know, because we'll be posted up here and we love to make new friends. So hit us up and maybe we can hang out.
Okay, bye.
Until next time, thanks for stopping by.